Hey guys, Sunny Hunter here. So I have a 2016 Seadoo Spark here. It's been sitting for about 2 years. I actually had a frozen jet pump. So I put that back together, got on the water, and it worked great. So now I figured it's time for some basic maintenance. Ever since I haven't been able to, I didn't get a chance to change the oil of the spark plug. So we're gonna attempt that today. I'm gonna try to pull this top cover off, and that way we can change the spark plugs and the change the oil. Hopefully it works. We'll see how it goes. I will tell you. So first, I'm gonna start off by taking these screws out. So I'm gonna take all the screws here. I don't know if these have to come off. I'll let you know in a second. Also, this front cargo bin, we can remove this here. We're gonna slowly find out how it works. The most difficult thing is to disconnect the steering. So once I get there, I'll show you guys how to do that, and we'll go from there. I know that these are gonna have to come off too. So let's. Best thing to do is to grab the bit, the Torx bit, and put it on a drill. That'll be easier than hand doing everything myself. So it looks like a T27 is gonna be the perfect fit for these. So we'll also need a socket to put in the bottom of this. All right, so that I undid the 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That comes off. All right, so I took off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the T27's screws. This one, I took off this one as well. That makes 8. So this you slide over. You can see that they have the little insert here, so you can slide into that. That holds that together. I'm gonna take off these as well. Do the other side. I missed. Oh yeah, I don't think I'll need to do this. I don't think I'll need to do this right here. This goes with this body, but this will come off here. And then at the bottom of this is a T10. I mean a 10mm socket. So you can see the bottom side looks like that. It has a washer as well. So let's get on to the side. All right, so I undid this side too. Oh, I missed that one right there. I did undo these two right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Undid this one. I don't know if I have to undo this one or not, but I'll get to that in just a minute. Okay, so there's 2 screws that are holding the steering in place, as well as there should be a probably a 10mm nut right there as well. So we're gonna undo those, and then we'll see if this whole steering comes off. In order to access this, I had to pop this off. This is nice and easy. It just basically has some rubber stoppers. So basically it comes off real easy. So I managed to disconnect the nut and the bolt for the steering. It's right here. I actually dropped the nut, so hopefully we find it, and then it will push the steering cable through this. I do need to unplug 2 plugs, and then I think I'm gonna try to pull the top half off. All right, so there was a trick to removing these plugs. I had to unplug the 2. First you pull back the red tab, and then what I did was I stuck a screwdriver underneath this, and then it was able to come out. I thought I was gonna have a really hard time with it. All right, so I almost couldn't get off the top, and then I forgot there was a screw here. Couldn't seem to get the top off, and looks like there's 2 more screws here, one here and one there. All right, guys, we got success. Pulled this off, pulled the top off, and now we're gonna get to the spark plugs. You got 3 spark plugs right here, as well as the oil would drain from the oil dipstick. So we'll do that. All right, guys, nice and simple. You got the T27 here. I think I might have to move this plug to get to that nut. That one right there, you unplug them. It's easier to unplug when they're attached. Right, these are the supplies I got. I got 2 quarts of the 5W40 XPS lubricant. I ordered this on Amazon. It came with the oil filter, as well as I bought these from Advanced Auto Parts. These seem to be the correct number for the Seadoo. It's the CR8EB with the, I don't know if that's a part number, but 7784. So we're gonna replace these spark plugs in here. All right, so make sure you guys use a spark plug socket, because initially I just grabbed a regular socket, but I forgot that it won't hold the spark plug. So this is what this one looks like after. I mean, this is probably the original, but this is, yeah, CR8EB. Hopefully that's the same ones I got. Yep, CR8EB. And then, so also what I found out was they actually, Seadoo put a screwdriver in here. Look at that. This screwdriver came with Seadoo. Alright, so you can compare the old and new. So I looked up the recommended Seadoo, torque for the Seadoo spark plugs. So it's 11 to 15 foot-pounds. It feels very, very little, but you know, if that's what it calls for, that's what we'll put in. So make sure you have a torque wrench. Alright, so we're gonna put back the spark plugs, plug them back in, make sure to tighten down. This is the oil filter housing. So this looks like it's an E10, but people say on the internet, of course, internet's always has good information, that you can use a 8mm. This happened to me, 6mm works, so I'm able to loosen it with the 6mm. Alright, so I actually got this new vacuum pump just to change the oil, because I needed to have something that can go into the dipstick. Alright, so this is what it looks like. I'm going to attach it together. Hopefully it should be pretty self-explanatory. This is called a oil extractor. Alright, so I actually used this extractor to extract all the oil from the oil filter. So it worked great. So next we have, you'll put this into the dipstick. So here, I grabbed a rag. Oops, dropping oil everywhere. So we'll put that there. I'll put this into the dipstick. And then we'll extract the oil from the motor. So you pump this. You can see the oil right there. There you go, see, look. Alright, while the oil is extracting, if you've never used a torque wrench before, this is a different one. Some you click, this is like a beam. So basically you tighten it and then you'll see the gauge go up and down for the foot-pounds. So we're just gonna tighten this to 15 foot-pounds. Alright, so I buttoned up the spark plugs, torqued it down. I also, this is the oil filter, took it out. We're gonna put a new one in, and every time we place the oil filter, it's a good idea to replace the gasket. So it comes with the gasket with it. You can see that here. We'll drop this in here. New gasket. All right, I'm using a funnel to pour in the oil, and we are getting close to the finishing steps. This should take 2 quarts. All right, definitely a good idea to have 2 people put this back. Last time I did it by myself, I took it off, dropped it on my foot, and so definitely a good idea to have 2 people. So what I did now was I just added the steering back in. So what I did was I plugged in the connectors, made sure it started, and then I added the steering back in. So I'm gonna have to add the nut and the bolt in there, and we should be almost good to buckle up everything here, you know, all these screws and nuts, and we should be ready to ride. All right, so I've got it strapped in. I put everything back together. I think it looks good. I started it up, it runs, and so hopefully spark plugs and oil will be good for a while. It's got this thing's got 77 hours on it right now, so I think I'm not sure what the interval is. I'll have to look that up. But appreciate you guys watching my channel. Make sure to like and subscribe. You know, I'm trying to do a couple DIY stuff for a lot of the different hobbies other than just Hot Wheels. All right, guys, thanks a lot.